Dipesh Mehta, whom we are joined by on the line. What is your, Dipesh, what is your first take of these numbers in terms of assessment compared to expectations?
Yeah, I think they have beat revenue expectation kind of thing. So revenue came stronger than what consensus as well as our expectation was. Margin, I think, stayed lower than what we built kind of thing. I think key to watch would be what they say about guidance, because they retained their guidance despite beat in Q3. So that would be one area where we would like to focus on what they say about future growth and particularly organic future growth.
So Dipesh, then I want to ask you, based on their guidance for this year and 9 months performance that they have delivered, do you think that they are closer to the upper end of that guidance with this kind of number?
Yeah, it should be the case, but I think we would like to, because earlier they indicated they would be closer to lower end of the guidance for the year. Now, this quarter's performance indicate, I think they have some momentum in place. So where they would end, I think that is what would be we were looking from management to address kind of thing, considering maintenance of guidance despite strong Q3.
So based on the result press release, can you just tell us how has the traction been in key areas like BFS, retail, and also in service areas, IMS and engineering R&D?
I haven't got that much time to go into that detail.
But based on the numbers that you have available on hand, any key findings from the internals, anything to take away for investors?
So broadly, I think BFSI, if I look at it in CC terms, seems to be slightly softer, and I think it is softer for some time now with HCL Technologies. So the strength continues in communication side, and I think this quarter is not the exception. If I refer to the press release, it grew 35% quarter on quarter. So that is if you exclude it, I think then that is the area where explains significant outperformance for the growth this quarter.
So Q3 as it is was expected to be strong for them based on their last quarter's commentary and also the positive seasonality which was expected from the IBM IP side. With that having played through, do you think that Q4 is going to be comparatively, lesser in terms of incremental growth?
We have to listen to them what they say, because I think we have to still work out based on Q3 what is the implied expectation for Q4. I think I haven't completed that work so far, but I think that will answer some of those questions.
Right, Dipesh, of course you said that, you would want to hear the numbers from the management, but, when you put the dots on, what do you think? If the guidance is not increased or if they say that they are conservative, that's probably the only thing that will not lead to major upgrades. What would you watch out for before upgrading on the basis of these numbers? Because Q3 numbers are definitely higher than what the street was anticipating.
Q3 is higher than what street was expecting, but earlier Q1, Q2, their organic growth was lower. So now, if you look from guidance perspective, earlier they were looking somewhere in low to mid point of the guidance. Now, based on Q3 number, they might be looking to mid to high end kind of number. So only difference is whether this momentum they expect to sustain. Entering into
full year number.
Full year number as well as entering into FY20.
No, what is your estimate of the full year growth?
In terms of dollar terms?
Yes, in terms of dollar.
Yeah, so our expectation was somewhere around 8.5%.
So now that comes up to the guidance range.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind our expectation was based on previous quarter's exchange rates.
Pranay, back on the line. One question I wanted to ask, based on the performance that we've seen from TCS, Infosys, as well as Wipro, how would you mark HCL Tech's performance as of now? Which are the areas so far do you think that they are trailing in, and where has it been up to or above expectations?
In absolute growth perspective, HCL Tech has delivered better, but I think they have some inorganic contribution also this quarter playing out. So area of where HCL Tech is lagging is in terms of financial services. Even their YOY, LTM YOY growth rate is less than mid-single digits, so roughly around 4%. So that is the area where they are relatively lagging, and second is manufacturing. So these are the two areas where HCL is lagging the peers.
Being with us to give us your first insights, we'll head back to the studio.